All right. Let's get this started. Do I got my camera up here? Sure as hell don't. How about here? All right, there we go. I'll use this one. What's going on, everybody? Welcome. It's our third and written edition of the Frustration Files. How's everybody doing tonight? Live on Twitch, you already know. Hey, listen, follow me on YouTube. Make sure you hit the follow. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you leave a comment. Let us know what you want to do next. Tonight, we are actually going to be doing solo leveling. We already know what the next episode is, so you don't have to wait until the end of the video. I can tell you now, we're doing Attack on Titan. It was requested in the video, and your dream shall be answered. President. Who for president?
Aaron Yeager.
This is not a Frustration Files on Attack on Titan. I'm not even going to reply to that. That was Don Ito with the Hito. We got Sleepy J, and you already know the Brody Bangs. We sitting up here now. We're about to get into this. Solo leveling. All right. What pisses me off? Well, first, let me just say this. I love solo leveling. Doesn't mean that there aren't things that pisses me off about it. What pisses me off with solo leveling is that Jinwoo is basically Gohan. Nobody gotta die for you to turn up. This nigga was literally in the cave with some people. Arms had to get ripped off. People had to dive in and be like, you know what? I got this. Everybody sit back. Damn near. The only time that I don't blame him is when they went into that cave with the prisoners and they split up. He had no way of knowing that the nigga from the association was just about to wild out and kill everybody. But the attack on the island, he could have probably soloed the island. Niggas like, they got it.
Ain't no problem.
He could have. Hold on. He did not could have. He did. In the manga, he actually did.
Well, we're talking about what we seen animated.
But the anime,
because people die.
You know how I feel about it. I don't like the anime. The first season was spot on. First season was the best season. I'll say that it really reciprocated what was coming out of the manga. Whereas the second season, I wasn't too happy with it because it made him seem weaker than what he was. And the main reason why he didn't go to the island was because he felt as though, oh boy, from the Japanese S-classes could handle it himself.
Well, guess what? He did. He handled his egg and cut off.
He did
in an instant. That dude was sitting
Hunter
like,
2.0 is still a great anime.
It is. I said I do like it. I just didn't like that. I think Jinwoo, or they portray
anybody
Jinwoo,
who says it's not Hunter 2.0, there's a motherfucking lie.
Listen, I think they portrayed Jinwoo as Gohan 2.0. That's what I think.
I don't. Well, I like how he ran things. He was respectful about things. It really isn't the thing about solo leveling. There's no
time. I'll be there if they need me.
He was like, right. It's not like they're really.
That was the whole beginning premise of the shit, was the fucking for the shit to be hidden that he was crazy ass thing.
Exactly. He couldn't just be going around. Everybody knew him as the weakest nigga to all of a sudden he just wiping out A-class caves. It was all meant to be kind of hidden.
Listen, you tried to hide it, but everybody knew. Niggas once he survived that double dungeon, right? I'll give it about maybe niggas knew once this nigga started working out. The nigga got taller.
Nigga had a growth spurt.
He hit a late puberty.
That nigga evolved into a straight oral form. He went from that weakling kid in high school to the fucking guy that every fucking chick wants.
Right, but he did it as an adult. The nigga was 20-something. The nigga was 23. Growing is over.
Some people's bodies were different.
The nigga went from 5'11" to 6'3", chiseled. He's like, yeah.
He unlocked his hidden potential.
That's what it was.
In all instances, they took the instance from My Hero Academia to where he had to grow a body older in order to control the power.
To have the power.
That nigga grew a body, all right. That nigga is part Zenitsu. That nigga is a ditto because that is not the same shit. That nigga went to sleep in a house. That nigga went to sleep a permanent sleep on a cold floor with one leg and woke up with everything.
No, he didn't wake up with everything.
He did.
He woke up. No, he woke up with a workout plan that if he didn't follow, he became centipede dinner.
And that made him stronger.
Wouldn't that make you stronger if you got
What, had to run
sent
from a
to
centipede
the-
for 4 hours? I
Yeah,
bet,
not
but
just
if
a
I had-
centipede, a bunch
if I
of
had to-
centipedes.
First of all, if I had to run from a centipede,
even his regular
4
workout
hours.
routine was if you don't work out, there's gonna be some negative side effects.
listen,
Yeah.
if I had to run from a centipede for 4 hours, I'd be dead in the first 5 minutes. So
We can't say that he woke up with it. He had to work for it. It wasn't given to him. Theoretically, all the power that he got was earned through all the times he about died in the caves.
He had the power. He just had to unlock it. They made
That's
it.
another-
They made it a game for him.
oh
No, he got the power the moment that he in the first episode when he got slaughtered.
Right.
didn't-
They just made it a game for him because he had to unlock it. The power he got was from the Shadow Monarch.
Yes, but
So
he
listen,
had
Spoilers in case y'all don't know.
he had the-
but Jay, Sleepy J just brought up another point that pisses me off about Solo Leveling. Why is yo? Listen, I just recently rewatched this, and it might be different because now that I rewatched it, I do recall reading past where the anime actually stopped. Why is it that? Because now is after that is what is it? The Battle of the Monarchs or something like that. When all the shadows and so. I do remember reading that. Why is it that damn near, I want to say 60 to 70% of his victories is ass pulls? Because Idris should have killed him.
But even with yes, that's true.
Nigga was,
But even he states that he got lucky with Igris. He stated in the anime and in the manga
yeah, he
that
stated in the anime because the writers was like, we know there's some bullshit.
but at least he stated that it wasn't like fucking Hercule or all these other animes where they just make it where it says I did it. No, he literally states it all through the anime that some of his shadows were actually stronger than him.
Some. The only shadows that he got that it wasn't stronger than him was the bear, maybe.
No, you gotta spoiler alert. Once you realize later in the comics or
Already
the
get
manga,
that. You're good.
well, you realize that all his shadows that he got prior they were nerfed. So any shadow that he got was not really to its full potential. Igris was never to his full potential.
Well, I'm not talking about it as a shadow. I'm talking about when Idris came in big blood and he was whooping his ass all over the place.
That's what I'm
The shit that took me out about that is when he threw down the weapon. He wanted to do it.
he said,
nigga, I got you.
bet, I give you the hands.
I don't know about that. And that's not even the only fight. What was another fight that was a fucking ass pull?
He really, from the manga, from what I read, when I read it, he really only got defeated twice. There was three times where he really damn near died. One was when he fought Igris. The second one was when he fought the ice with
And the third
the ice, and the third one when he
was
fought the
that
demon
Overlord
on
nigga.
demon on top of the building.
That shit
Other
pissed
than
me
that-
off because if it wasn't for this bitch saying, "Here's my toothpick," and threw it at the fucking nigga head, that nigga would have died. That nigga was dead. That nigga was gonna die, bro. That shit was over, bro. That's what I'm saying. All right, so that's my two major gripes. The nigga is Gohan 2.0. Somebody gotta die. Listen, because what Sleepy J just said was this nigga had manners and all this. Fuck that. Why does somebody have to get telepathically thrown to a ceiling, crash down to the earth, and reduce to a pile of flesh for you to be like, hey, I know I'm just a visitor here, but you mind if I take this? The best.
He was trying to be respectful because
Nick,
who's to say that they couldn't have done it on their own?
Jay, all right,
You know,
listen.
he didn't wanna-
This is the last thing I'm gonna say. I'm gonna let y'all take over from here, right? Bullshit.
I ain't really got any gripes on Solo Leveling Up. I think it's a good anime.
No, I do think it's a good anime, but it's just little tidbits, and this is one of the things because Sleepy J pissed me off saying this. Ain't no way in hell you thought that these niggas had it when this nigga covertly helped them. But the motherfuckers was fighting these niggas and was struggling. And then he was like, they won't mind. Nigga went invisible, started slicing tendons and shit just to make it look like they did it themselves. Now, if he had to do that with a couple of foot soldiers, because them wasn't even the main soldiers.
But you gotta understand, at the time, he still was classified as an E class.
I get that, but we're past that because everybody was already following this nigga. We already peeped the different aura, nigga. You 6'5" chisel muscles out there. Niggas know something's going on with you. Even the maid scene when this nigga went invisible. Oh, you think that I didn't see you? Just use stealth. All right, cool. I ain't gonna say nothing. And that bitch dumb because I don't know why she ain't say something. Because as soon as them motherfuckers would have came talking about some, oh, let's walk to the throne room. This nigga knows stealth. That nigga, listen.
He's gonna start telling.
I'm not gonna lie. We going to the throne room. Just let this nigga fight, because that nigga is the only reason why we still alive. I don't know what he did because I couldn't tell, but look, he used stealth, and something's up with this nigga carrying the bag. This nigga ain't just a regular nigga.
He ain't a bag boy.
You ain't about to
But I feel like he getting the information, taking what he learned from the last dungeon he went in at the ice dude. A lot of the people in solo leveling, they got
Banks, they let him get past.
they got super egos.
Jennings was saying
that's-
that you good.
a lot of people got super egos when it comes to their classes in solo leveling. As you can see, when he had to make iron, that dude was
That's what I was
so.
about to say, but that was the main person with ego. And you see, he made a tornado field, so nobody's seeing him murder another person.
Talking about when he was standing his ground.
No, we're talking about when he
There's
was
a
in the
difference.
dungeon
with the ice,
he
and the
he
dude
threw the
tried to
sword
kill
over.
him.
He
Tried
threw
to
the.
kill them, so he defended himself.
Listen,
But it was still murder.
it was murder.
It wasn't
because
murder.
you want to know why?
It wasn't.
First of
It
all,
wasn't. I'm not agreeing with that.
it was, and I'm gonna tell you why.
If I come and try to kill you, you're not going to kill me.
Listen,
He threw him the sword.
If I come try to kill you, you're not going to kill me.
Go ahead. Listen. If I'm
You're
Jim
not
Woo,
answering the question.
If I'm Jim Woo, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because in that first instance where he actually had to defend himself, and this was him actually defending himself, because that's when niggas was like, bro, this is the first time he was like, I'm rank E, whatever. The niggas led him into a trap, right?
They did.
And then, when he turned up on them, right? Because they came back to kill him.
I still don't think that part. I don't. You talking about them? I don't think it was murder.
No, that was self-defense.
All right, my bad.
Yeah, that was self-defense. When he got pulled into that cave. But when he did the Ironhide,
that was murder.
That was murder. Even in the man, he kicked the sword over to him because he knew the man was going to attack him. He knew. If you really think about it, it was what do you call it? A planet. It was premeditated.
Yeah. Before he did that, right? He just got finished judo palming the back of his head into the snow and threw him halfway across the damn snow, right? And then he got up. Then the dude got up, and then the ice nigga and him was charging them at the same time. And this nigga literally said,
the only reason why he threw the tornado up was the same reason why he had the cameraman take it off air. Is he didn't want people to know that he could resurrect people. At that point,
that's not the only reason. He didn't want them to see him murder the nigga. He was still alive. He had to murder the nigga in order to resurrect him.
I don't think he cared about that as much as he cared that people could find out that he could resurrect actual people.
Right.
It's one thing to be able to resurrect dungeon monsters, but that would have unlocked a whole nother fear knowing that he could kill niggas and resurrect them.
Right.
But there wasn't nobody. At that point, he would be.
This whole dude was trying to kill this party that they separated into because he made that decision, thinking that they set him up to be in a trap.
That was his fault, though. That was 100% his fault.
But y'all claiming it's murder.
I'm just claiming that it was
because
he just protected.
I'm not saying that
he just protected himself and 3 other people.
Listen, Jim Woo.
What is happening back here?
we getting beat.
Why y'all doing now? I'm gonna explain this. Jim Woo didn't have to kill him because one, he knew he outclassed that nigga anyway, and the nigga was really just salty because he basically led the rest of his team to death. When he came back, all them niggas was backpacked up. They had North Faces on, and them niggas was eating prime bear rib, and this nigga thought they was all supposed to be freezing and cold to death. So nigga came back a little salty. He's the A rank, and because he's hiding his true power. He didn't know what the fuck was going on, so he thought the mage bitch set him up. He went to go get them first because he was like, oh, I had supplies and y'all ain't tell nobody. They didn't have the supplies, Jin Woo had them. So when he came back, he was like, I'm gonna count to 3. 1, 2, Jin Woo super
Karate chop.
And then when he woke up, he felt embarrassed even further. So he went to go attack this nigga, but Jin already had this smirk on his face. He had set this nigga up. That's why I said it's murder. In his mind, he pictured this happening. He threw a tornado up so nobody would see the murder and the resurrection.
Stop calling it a murder. It wasn't a murder.
It was
That's
a murder.
my biggest break. How about that?
Still
Would have
would've beat
had more
him.
people dead.
No, it
People
wouldn't.
would've been
I don't.
dead.
Now the
Jin Woo
reason
still would have beat
Jin
him. He didn't
Woo.
need iron. That was a murder.
Yes, he did need iron. Yes, he did. He needed an extra. He even stated it.
Hey,
He needed
you
extra.
remember, walk into my alt. Continue on.
He remember he stated that he needed another person. That ice wizard actually was stronger than any of the things that he was already fighting.
Yeah, I know that. But what I'm saying is he didn't need him because just like he beat Idris, that was stronger than him. They could have gave him another ass pull, but instead
Oh my
they
god!
gave him premeditated
So
murder.
you expected to blind a snow owl with snow, a snow elf with
And-
snow?
And then at the end of the fight, he could have been like, "Man, I know that was lucky because if it wasn't for that snow, I would have been dead." Hey, you did it once, you can do it again. That's all I'm saying.
He didn't kill nobody else, though. He killed the one.
After that, no, he didn't kill. Yo, you know what? He didn't kill, right? So he set old boy up, right? And didn't kill the one demon girl that tried to kill him 3 times or twice.
I can agree on that.
I mean, I don't know what to say about that. But at the same time,
He's like, she got some pussy.
So what do you have to say about that, Dar? Because your argument was a nigga try to kill you, you ain't gonna try to kill him. He ain't kill that bitch.
He needed to use her to get to her damn daddy.
He could have killed them then. But you know what? Now that I think about it, he couldn't have killed her because if he killed her, he wouldn't have had that ass pull toothpick throw that saved him in the end. So she was like,
I'm fucking crying.
threw that fucking little spear. She like, that shit hit him in the head. And then the nigga hit him with the shoe. Are you okay? Blew this nigga fucking frame into the atmosphere. Head came off his body.
I think the only gripe that I have about Solo Level, as far as an anime, is I wish they would have done more with even though it's called Solo Leveling, I wish they would have done more with the characters in the anime.
Like the other characters?
Some of the other characters. You got this whole cast of S ranks, etc., but you don't really see them doing too much.
Hey, everybody can't be older.
I guess.
Can't be older.
You want, for me, is you want to get a feel of how powerful these people are. Put them in some random dungeons, showing their abilities, making them feel just, whereas these is the guys. They are them.
Well,
you don't really see a lot of that.
You got the dancing chick. You seen her.
But what makes them them? With her, you see an idea of her power when she cuts the ant lady. She's killing things.
You had more than one example of that because when they was doing the sparring, she was tearing that nigga up too.
Exactly, but everybody else, it was just
the lion wolf.
That was until that nigga went into fucking rage mode and he was about to put hands on that bitch and his team had to stop him.
But we didn't really see too much of that rage mode, and I still think she would have just whooped his ass because the thing about
because she was on par with. She was actually the strongest of the S rank. They don't mention that in the anime, but it is mentioned in the manga that she's actually pretty strong.
and
She's one of the stronger. She's actually as strong as the Gojo. It's like my tongue right now. I can't get their names off my tongue.
Yeah.
Gojo or Commissioner.
Oh,
She was as strong as him.
so you could tell that though. I didn't even need to see that. You could tell that because Jin Woo only jumped into the fight because he was like, "Hey, this ain't feeling friendly no more." I didn't feel.
No, he
when
jumped in
Jin
the
Woo-
fight because that was his lady. He already
Nah,
he called
listen,
dibs. He wasn't touching him. No way.
when Jin Woo jumped into that fight, I didn't get I'm saving her. I got he was saving him. Because with that mindless and all this other shit, I didn't feel like she was in danger. She fucked up because she was like, oh shit, hit this nigga in the face. That's what happened. She snapped real quick and hit this nigga with a 20 piece in the face.
She did feed him all. She did feed him a whole KFC special.
I wasn't worried about her. It was that nigga.
No, but in the next scene, you realize he hit her with that smoke screen. He's about to do some crazy damage.
Well, you talking about the same nigga that we talking about this berserk form, and the same nigga that was like, I don't want to fight. They killed him. I don't want to hear that shit. I still think he was all smoke and mirrors shit. You know who I really wanted to see? I wanted to see more of that Chinese dude, with the Chinese S rank that was sitting on the ship and was like,
that's what I'm saying. You got these people. That's what I'm saying. You got all these strong people that you hear about, but it's like I wanted to see them do some stuff to really show he's him. You look at, let's say, Naruto and everything. They bring in a new character, and it's like you ain't speculating on why this character is strong. They show you a reason why he's strong. They show you a reason why he's him. And Solo Leveling is kind of easy, just like that's right. So he's got to be him. When really it's that Archer dude for the Fiend Guild. What did he do that was so spectacular that you were just like, oh.
That Archer dude just reminded me of that cowboy dude from My Hero, honestly. When I seen that nigga, that's the first person I thought about.
But did it really, of any of his move sets or anything that he did in the whole anime, like, oh, he's on even when he
made it rain down all them arrows. I thought it was kind of funny when he...
Ooh, the same thing every Archer.
Hey, look, I'm just saying, all them hunters ain't doing it. That's what made him S rank. I don't know, nigga. I'm just trying to put some light on the situation. That's what made him S rank. He could have been a low S rank, but he was still S rank.
He could have, like I said, he could have been a low rank shit from the sky. It didn't really make much of a difference. I'm just saying you could have expanded on showing why they are so strong and why they're respected. The tiger dude, all you hear in that. It's like, oh, he's great. He turns into his tiger form. And then the one time you do see him turn into his tiger form, he gets holed out.
That wasn't fair. You seen him turn up a little bit. It wasn't fair because the next person they ran into was fucking the ant from hell. Because that nigga was like, man, I'm about to... I felt bad for... I can't even remember that nigga name. I felt bad for the healer. He ain't even...
I didn't feel bad for
who?
The dude that would let it out, the one where Jin Woo killed his brother.
I didn't feel bad for him.
He was stupid. He told his father to his face, I'ma kill him. What happened next? This nigga's in a casket.
Put that boy in a body cast.
But you know what makes me laugh about that whole situation is you got your ass handed to you by his dad.
And he was considered.
And then you gonna wake up and be like, I'm gonna get him back. No, you're not.
Another body coffin.
Listen, he did have a little bit of common sense behind it because the nigga was like, I'm gonna get an artifact, right? Which is supposedly supposed to... I wish we'd have seen more of that. We never seen artifacts in use. So hopefully...
Well, you could with... But they did it through Jin Woo and himself with the orb of that orb that he gave to them.
He gave it to Tusk.
No, he gave it to Tusk, and Tusk became.
It wasn't even an artifact. That was something he picked up from.
It was a system artifact.
It was broken. I'm talking about. I wanted to see some of the real life. They took it from monster artifacts.
I agree.
I don't think an artifact would have helped him, but still, because we ain't seen too much from his father. But his father just looked like when this nigga first came out, he was like, "Yo, I didn't kill nobody. They just sleep. I'm just lost. I've been gone for 10 years trying to find my son." And the niggas was trying to call him a beast. That nigga showed him. So that nigga was sitting in handcuffs. That's how he could have just broke out at any time. His nigga was sitting in handcuffs the whole time until he said something about his son and leveled whatever part of the building they was in.
Part of the building, he leveled the building. Made national news.
It was like, oh, you're not even a little threat. You a big threat.
Not only did he whoop his ass and save people at the same time.
And then you know what's funny? The dude that after it all happened, the dudes was like, and it gets crazy when two S ranks go at it. He was like, luckily it was over so fast, it wasn't enough.
Right. That's disrespectful.
He said it was over fast. He knew.
Like, luckily it was over so fast, we didn't have a lot of casualties.
But what's
But
crazy
saying
about
that-
that
but
is,
saying that-
wasn't he saying that he was an A rank? Or did he say he was an A rank?
No, he was an S rank.
He's an S rank. His dad is an S rank, and the dude he beat up
I
was
listen-
second.
And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's that right there. That's some stuff that you could really that could have been being shown. Two S ranks going at it, and we can see the catastrophics of what it would really look like going to war. We saw a glimpse of what it would look like.
Because
just
if
a
they showed
glimpse.
you the
It was
real-
just one.
If they showed you the real shit, nigga, it'd be a Dragon Ball Z fight with no Dragon Balls.
I would have loved to see that.
Right, you would love to see a whole genocide in the anime, wouldn't you?
Lovely. Nah, man. Just like, man, I want to see the truth. Can't all be
I
rainbows
swear.
and shines.
Say that I swear, man, that he was considered an A rank.
No,
Which-
he was an
which
F
one?
rank. His dad. You talking about his dad?
Or you talking about
Yes.
the other
Or
dude? Oh, nah.
His dad.
no, his dad was an S rank. They just considered him a mystic beast because of his power level.
And they didn't have no record of him. Nigga was gone in
Yeah.
years.
Because you got to remember, it was 10 S ranks in South Korea, but there wasn't but so many of them that I've seen in the show.
Take a sleep.
Hey, yo, Donito,
Yes, sir.
what's your gripes on,
He didn't keep the healing nigga.
yeah, I would have kept that nigga. I'm sorry. I would have
Like,
looked
you
at
ain't-
looked
no,
at Tiger
like-
nigga in the face like, keep him safe.
I understand he don't want to be in war or whatever, right? But you're not using them to be in the war. You're using them to heal.
Save lives, nigga.
I would have kept him for that.
When you in them situations, I'm with you on that. Because when you in them situations where your potions don't work, you could have just kept him. You wasn't ever going to send him out to fight because that wasn't even his skill set.
That nigga stayed going invisible and just healing. They coulda
Yeah,
kept
I'm
him.
with you on that. Definitely disagree with. I feel you. I feel him trying to be respectful, but that was I just would have said, "Hey, I'm gonna take good care of him."
Right. Because every time you put your hand on my shoulder, you realize you couldn't handle me. So I don't think you want to continue to do that.
I rip your
Especially
arm
after-
off next time and have him heal you.
Especially after what you just seen when I just
Dude, whoop your ass next time and have me crazy. I'm fucking crying.
I definitely agree with
Oh,
that.
shit.
That was a good point, Don. I agree with that 100.
That man
percent
said, every time you put your hand on my shoulder, it's been a problem. This time you begging me to let him go. You hit PPB?
He was just being respectful about it, though.
No, because I understand he's being respectful, but every time he put his hand on Jinwoo's shoulder, Jinwoo was like, you got 5 seconds to get your hand off my fucking shoulder before I beat you the fuck up.
Yeah, but he also caught Jinwoo all at the worst of times as well. You know,
And one of my gripes is, they ain't give the
Uh,
cameraman
who
his
just
motherfucking
invited me to a party?
He ain't.
Yeah, I see it.
They ain't giving the cameraman his flowers, bro. Because the cameraman was a speedster to keep up with that fight.
If you want to see if he got Discord and tell him to come in here,
You can't lie that the cameraman was not being a speedster, bro, to keep up with that fight.
I mean,
first of all, that fight almost
it was an
blew
A-class
everybody
cameraman.
away.
nah, he was an A-class cameraman, which I don't know what made him an A-class cameraman. He was an A-class cameraman.
Man, he was an S class. The way they started going into Dragon Ball fights, and he was with him.
Yeah, nah, I was getting ready to say, didn't matter, A class, S, nigga, that fight was blowing everybody away. Niggas was sitting up here struck.
Yeah, but right, they couldn't keep up, but the rest of them was keeping. That's what I'm saying. Them niggas barely can keep up with their eyes. But that cameraman was right there with that nigga Jinwoo.
The camera was. I don't think the cameraman was the camera.
He was the only one with the
There
camera.
had to be
before
somebody holding the camera. The camera wasn't floating.
The camera was on his head.
That's why I said that he was lying about his class. He was an excellent speedster.
You think he was a faker?
Yeah, he
He was
was.
a false
Yeah,
It was a false ranker just to get a job.
But we all know the cameraman is probably the most powerful motherfuckers in the.
That man didn't die, and he respectfully, when Jim Woo said, "Cut the camera off." All right, got you. He said, "Cause you probably the only nigga that in here that can't beat me. I mean, that I can't beat."
So I'll just sit back and try to get your feet on camera, the ones that I can anyway. All the ones where you're sitting still and you're not moving.
That man was in that tornado with him and that bug. That bug started running. He was like, "Hi, my name's Barry Allen.
Hey, that
I'm
nigga,
right there with you."
I will say another thing that I guess another gripe that I had with them. I love the manga 10 times. I don't feel like they thoroughly explain the effects that the dungeons appearing really had. You don't really find out till later that was in a coma. You know.
Oh, what you mean?
No, that was He always had flashbacks. I got to get this potion.
He was going to the hospital seeing her.
Like I said, in the manga, you're not really you hear about it, but it's not really like, I guess it's like they said it and they don't go, and you don't hear about it.
Well, I'm gonna let sleep or whatever. Anime is just you expose the mana and you don't have a tolerance or a resistance to it. That whole thing comes about. So if you're saying like the portals themselves is what was making the endless sleep happen, then they don't expound upon that in the anime either. They say it's the mana. But the mana is everywhere. The mana would be coming from the stuff coming out of the portals. So I'm kind of like 2 and 2 together. Know that the sickness was coming from mana. That we know. I want to see. You can't wait until they get into this Monarch chapter though. The Battle of the Monarchs or whatever.
The Monarch chapter, spoiler alert. I just, once again, I feel like we're going to be a little let down because unless they elaborate through the anime. But I also feel like it was it's too short.
It is short. I wish the solo level was longer, honestly.
Like, the show, it's a great manga, but it's a little too short. And I feel like when we get to the manga, it's going to be short. Because in the first fight, he kills the centipede lady. But he kills 3 monarchs, in the first fight.
Yeah.
And then it goes from there to dragon.
I'll stretch that out, though.
Well, I would hope so, because if they don't put no fillers or anything, it's going to be a real short season.
Yeah,
these motherfuckers is head.
Whenever a manga speeds something up, they milk it in the anime. So,
Like I said, that's what I'm hoping. They elaborate. They just go, more fights in between them or something. But I do know in the manga,
this would be perfect for the S-class motherfuckers, right? They can slide them in there, their little fights, or just display their powers.
Them S-class niggas is not.
Yeah, I'm telling you, goes.
But I'm not even talking for them to be even fighting the monarchs. I'm talking about just in general, you see their powers to show why they were quote unquote them.
Right, because you can easily just flip out from the shadow realm, whatever, and the real world and just show them doing something else off somewhere else. And then we can get a little insight on that. Because again, like you're saying, it's a little rush in the manga. But
in the manga it goes Jeju Island to the monarch showing up to they fight in the streets. Well, when I say Jeju Island to them showing up, he goes and fights dude. What's it? He goes to fight. What's his name from Scavenger Guild to fight the Monarchs, and that's it. But I will say I'm looking forward to seeing him fight the Scavenger Guild. And I can't get none of their names out, man.
Now, if you notice, I ain't been using names because
and you know what they are.
Just one of them animes.
What else they can do? Go back and show the history of the guild master, like the negotiation master, and why he can't fight no more.
Yeah.
I would like to see that.
Yeah, he's old. The only depiction we get right now, my body's broken.
The nigga fought until he couldn't fight no more. He was like, that last punch I took to the ribs.
He got a All Might sickness.
Yep.
Because it's like if he chooses to fight again, he'll die.
The question too that brings up what killed his dad the second time? Lost a hand and he turned into dust in the alleyway. I didn't quite understand that part.
I don't know, but we're not here to give everything away. So
I was like, you talking about the? I was like, shit. I mean,
he breaking up.
we already gave the spoiler.
Right, we did get a spoiler, but you know what I'm saying? Save a little bit for
Jay, where's
him.
your touring?
Just trying to, discuss you exactly pissed us off. Jay, that's an inquiry Jay just let out. Like, that's not a great.
Damn, Jay, where's your pet?
Blow it up as soon as I put it down.
But all right, Bangs, what about you? Any
I already said this at the beginning. I accept the show for what it is. I like so honestly, it's up there with like on Titans and shit. I ain't got no gripes on it. So I'm just here. I'm gonna be here just to put my 2 cents in, just like Attack on Titans. I'm gonna be here just to be. I'm gonna be like Sleepy J on the next one.
Nah, that's all. Bangs is lying. See, you can see Sleepy J was taking over a little bit here because you leveling his shit. I like solo leveling. You know what I'm saying? But you know,
Because he read and watched fucking 7-8 times.
Right.
So
Bangs is taking a step back. But when Attack on Titan's on, you're gonna see Bangs gonna be right in front of center. Because Jay gonna say something.
Nah,
that's
gonna be a
off.
2-hour episode.
yeah, every kid fuck with it.
Yeah, Titans is another one of those animes that I've written.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it'll be an episode. We might even extend the time. You never know. You know?
I like Attack on Titans, but if I start talking about it now, I'm gonna bleed over into the next episode because these niggas know what my gripe is about Attack on Titans.
Yeah, I already know. We'll just wait till the episode. So I guess we closing.
Yeah. So if anybody got anything final that they want to say, next episode is Attack on Titan. Appreciate everybody that's showing us love and support.
Aaron Yeager for president.
Never. President, sure. Aaron Yeager.
No. God.
Listen, make sure y'all hit the like. We're going to be working on merch. We're going to be working on a whole bunch of new stuff. We got game footage that we getting ready to start shooting and doing. So definitely appreciate y'all. All my Twitch followers, appreciate y'all. All everybody watching on YouTube, appreciate y'all. Until next time, BSG. Hold it down.
I don't even know what that means.
BSG.